So the last class is about identification. Let's write them. Risk, problem solving, Yes. What else? Yeah. Innovation. Yep. Creativity stroke innovation. Huh? Capital. Yep. Finance. Management. Even food eaters, you can say food. Akahujje. Now, whenever you hear the word entrepreneurship, just replace it with the word purpose fulfillment. You know, these people have colonized not only our land, have colonized not only our culture, but they have also colonized information. That is why here at YPA, we do not entertain whites. Yes. We don't entertain whites. Even when you have millions of dollars, you cannot become a member of YPA as long as you are a white person. Should I repeat? Someone, Charles Sepija, those days brought here in Mzungu, who wants to invest 150,000 USD. Najanga ena chamuse. Namutwala kufamu sawa 12 ezekiro. Kubanga agenda kulinya ki? Kati nabako byamubuuza enkeera yakeera mu office. Nemugamba ntandika okumudamu nembuuza naye client oyo yani. Bamwita gundi. To talk the names were English names. I'm like, is he black? No, he's white. I'm like, kawedem. Omusajja muddize sente ze. If he had bribed you so that you get him an entry into YPA, zaye sente zabendi. We don't entertain whites. Why? Because we are a clan of fulfillment. Let me tell you, 4.5 million years ago, this is according to history and the books, there was nothing in the Asia continent, there was no one in the European continent, there was no one in the American, Southern or Northern America, there was none. Where were all the people in Africa? Let me tell you, all the holy scriptures, the so-called holy what? Buddhism, Quran, Bible, everything. There are like 1,000 holy scriptures they talk about. You're in class? Yes, you can come somewhere here where you can see well. Okay, let me tell you, Africa was the mother, is the mother of all humankind. Okay, only that if we keep talking about these things, some of you are going to stone us. But this is the truth. We are the definition of human. Everything you see. Let me give you an example. Do you know that? Come here. Come. And you, come together. Eno bamachinze balabi? Checho? Oyine mbuzi? Toyina mbuzi? Ajja kulaba bulabi simira ku mutima nga ndaawo. Now, this beautiful daughter of mine, with this beautiful son of mine, handsome, but the hand has no guts, so he's not handsome. A handsome man, black handsome what? Mates or marries a beautiful black what? Tomorrow they produce a white person, which you call albino. Wanji? Gwemwita nachi? Naina magoye, no muzungu tebaina chi? Tebaina njawulo, there is no difference between an albino and a white person, right? Let's assume these people were whites. They can never produce an albino that is black. This is proof, today living proof, that Africa is the dominant color, is the mother of all colors. You get my point? Black, producing what? How? Because we, nevertheless, are the people that produced them. They are our offsprings. Feba jajja baabwe nabo ono tabite plenty nga tetulina mululu eri gye bagenda nga teri byakola ki kakati. They were so mean. You can go back and sit. Bonofuna embuzi ng'ojja mukuwa. They colonized the information, they hid the information, and they want to do away with our culture. So, if I cannot run YPA without a Muzungu, then let it fail. Nabo bagende bakole YPA wabwe. This is typically African for Africans. If you are a Muzungu, kwaheri, go and do your own charity there. We are not beggars. Actually, we are planning to do a charity drive around Europe in 2035. Yes, we are going to do a charity tour. Those people are very, very bad off. Let me tell you, go and Google now. Use your Google. You're going to find that homeless people in America alone, what? Is over 4%. America has 300 million what? 300 million people altogether. What is 4% of 300% of 300 million? Wanji? Buli kakadde gye mitwalo ameka? That is 4 million. Buli million 10 ezo million 4. So kitegeeza that is around 12 million people. 12 million people. Almost half of Uganda's population. A third of Uganda's population lives on the street in America. And they are here, superpower. Go and help your people. They are also bad. Don't join our what? So, why I'm telling you that? It is because of the syllabus, the kind of syllabus that we have. Entrepreneurship is one of the things that is supposed to make us fulfill our purpose on life. But entrepreneurship is only one of the optional courses that people take in school. Do you get my background now? They have hidden information, flipped it upside down, and gave us Richupuri. So, when you go to entrepreneurship, they will define it as doing business for profits. But this is not entrepreneurship. Covers all these things you have mentioned and more. So, they want to use this. This is what you need to do to make sure you fulfill the purpose of your life. Huh? And it is because of this that we earn the word called Sir. All this we create, sir. There is patience, entrepreneurship. There are more things you have not talked about. There is patience. There is consistency. There is discipline. And those are the things we talked about in the first class. We talked about personal development in the first class. Personal development runs around discipline. I told you that if you want to bear a new discipline in yourself, you try and do it consecutively, consistently for 21 days only. Let's assume you want to start working at 5 a.m. You get my point? Most of you sleep up to Kajenge. Now, if you want to start waking up at 5 a.m., all you need to do is wake up for just 21 days. Weeks meka zokanga buli lunaku ozuukuka 10 the brain gets used. And once the subconscious mind gets used, let me tell you, have you ever, for example, because most of the times when I'm living here, I take the left. Are together? It is on rare cases that I take the right. Now, if I'm the one driving, it is more often that when I get out, even when I'm going to the right, I'll find the steering looking at, and it is not me doing it, it is the subconscious doing it. Do you remember that point? Abatero okuvuga you can know. Okugeza ne bwobanga ng'ovuga bigere gwe nga tovuga motoka. Bwobanga amadaala buli lwogakirira ogenda manju mutoyi. Kakati nga kununo ogenda mu reception. Ogenda kwesanga ng'osose n'otuka mutoyi n'olyokonda muki? It is the mind, the subconscious is operating. Are we together? So, once the subconscious gets used to that discipline, which takes 21 days, now it becomes an autofill in yourself. You get my point? So once it becomes an autofill, it becomes easy for you to remember. God created it that way so that we can always do a discipline. There are things we are not supposed to remember. For example, you're not supposed to remember to pray. It has to be automatic. You got my point? Yeah? Rasta. I'm sure Rastas pray. Yes, I'm very sure. Whenever you're going to pray and you first go in a meeting with yourself, just know that is a very, very bad sign. It should be automatic. It is on rare occasions that I eat without praying. Wadenjale numetya. Out together. Kubanga emmere eyo musobola okuba mwanteereddemu obuki. Nze kanjiryenji nfe bulungi nga naye ndiki ndimaze okweteekateeka ne Katonda. Okitegedde? Kuba abamasasi ennaku ezo bagezaako ne bannemwa. Kati ab'obutwa be bakyalwana. You get my point? So, whenever we think of entrepreneurship, we are thinking of success. Let me give you the definition of my success. How do I define success? What is success to me? Success is the final fulfillment. Success is the final fulfillment of my purpose for life. Success is the final fulfillment of my purpose for life. Every life has a purpose. Until you fulfill that purpose, you have not succeeded. Success is not how much big money. Success is not how much, how big is the size of the people you're serving. Success is not how many countries you go to. Success is not how much happy you are. Success is the purpose of life. Otherwise, if you don't win the purpose for which you are created, Katonda akoze loss. If you don't win the purpose for which you are created, God has made a total loss. It is like when your parents pay your tuition, take you to university, they want a degree, and instead of a degree, you take them a capital D. Here is your capital D, mama. Remember, they have paid tuition for 21 years. Woo! They take you to university, or when you go to Cheyo, they sell your property, they take you to Dubai to make Cheyo, you come back with zero. What is your purpose for life? So, entrepreneurship starts with purpose. Purpose identification. It doesn't make sense for you to make money out of your purpose. Because with much money, you're not going to be successful. You can only be successful when you fulfill your purpose. Purpose is as important as the blood that runs around the vessels in our body. It is that purpose for which God gives us more chances to live. How many chances have you survived? Very many, right? You should have died when they were dying. Once upon a time. Once upon a time. Banachalo jebali. Kakati. A man. Kakati gwe Walumbe. Ono ye waluki? Kakati. Walumbe yaja n'alya muwala wange. Walumbe n'alya mwannyinaze. Walumbe Walumbe is death. And if you don't know Walumbe is going to eat you. Now, so when I sat down, my friend is called Kato. Kato sat down, looked for Walumbe. Kato found Walumbe. Then Kato decided to become friends with who? Enticing him, buying him mbuzi choma here at YPM, mbuzi choma, taking him to the farms, buying him stocks of goats here, paying for him membership. All for what? All in bid that Walumbe should not eat him, Kato. All together. Walumbe was like, no problem. Me, I will not eat. I will eat you, but I will tell you first before because I have to eat you. Even if you are my friend, I have to what? Even if you are friends with poverty, poverty is going to eat you. All together. It is okay. Give it a nice bed, give it nice food, but poverty will what? Eat you. All together. Now, Walumbe agreed with Kato that never shall Walumbe eat Kato without notifying. By the way, I'm speaking a lot of English. Waliwo abatawulira Luzungu. Totya kuwanika Luzungu nalwo singa lino olulimi lumu nga ffe tusobola olutegeera. Temumanyi ngeri gye nkyawa mu Luzungu. Si lwaffe tulwesibako. Nebyo nyinza bitereza nga nze president. Akuba nti kakati papasi yange si yakufuuka president. So, waliwo atategeera Luganda, manya Luzungu. Okay, let's go ahead. Now, they are friends, they move, they go to Kasese, they come back, go and sit with Walumbe. So, Walumbe is friends with who? Now, once upon Walumbe comes to Kato's door. Afande, wake up, we are going. This is 2 a.m. time check. 2 a.m. Ate, where are we going? Now it is my time to eat you. I've been friends with you. Now I want to. Yeah, but Walumbe, I have given you mbuzi choma 3 times. I've given you goat wrap 10 times. I've given you seasoning goat 3 times. I've bought for you Katogo. All that just to kill me, just to betray me. Walumbe was like, no, my friend. Let's be honest. I told you that I will eat you. Only that I will inform you before But Kato was like, but you never told me that you're going to eat me today. Walumbe was like, no, sir. You remember that bus that crashed? And many people died and you survived. I was informing you that I'm going to eat you. Do you remember that border that you hit and never died? And they died. I was telling you that I'm going to eat. Do you remember that thunder that struck your house and fell one side and for you remained alive? I was telling you that I'm going to eat. My friend, come and go. I want to eat you now. So, Warumbe took what? My dear friends, poverty has given you a lot of warnings. The only reason you're still alive, Warumbe is going to take you with all your dreams and your ideas. Do you know the richest place on earth? There? And that is where you're headed. All of you are going to die. Very soon I can see. Attend Novichi. Even Kato tried to bribe death. All of you are going to die with your beautiful dreams. How can you dream while sleeping? Awonemfa. Awonenkorachi? Katate nenziramu nenkorachi? Ngane jendi tebafa na nze nenkorachi? How do you dream while asleep? How? Are you dreaming real? There is a difference between what we call mental activity, and thinking. These are two different things. They all happen in the same area, the same playground, but these are two different. Mental activity is that thing that happen without. How do you know you're hungry? Era wotegera nti omusajja musiru era musiru ddala. Kwe kubanga omugambye, te musajja gola ikatotegera nakubuuza go ntwala mutoyi. Kakati bikwataganira wa? Amagezo gapimira kukulya na kugenda manju. Nga n'omulalu abikola. You got my point? This is mental what? Mental activity. How do you feel that you're smelling? That is mental activity. How do you know that you're tired? Mental what? How do you go home? That is mental what? That is mental activity. There is no thinking there. Now, it is the thinking that helps us achieve entrepreneurship. Remember, entrepreneurship, I told you, is defined as fulfillment of purpose. Now, how can you fulfill what you don't know? Tips on how to identify your purpose. Purpose identification. Number one is do you see what I'm doing now? What I'm doing now, I do it with a lot of ease. I never sat down to prep for you. Even if you wake me up at 2 a.m., this is what I'm talking about. Does it make sense? Yeah. So, your purpose usually flows with a lot of ease. There is no hardship, there is no friction when you're doing what you're meant to do. Woo! Does it make sense? For example, I'm a very good photographer. Very good at video editing. Very good. Dulina basomera mu kumawulire. Mwawulira mutya? Mbongere? Munajjamu ogogoka. I am very good at acting. I am very good at shooting, using a camera, using a computer. But there is a lot of friction. When I'm seated down on the computer, I feel the ache. I feel, nayo manyi nga newe mbasiridde nentandika okwogera ku macha paka kiro. Sibaako kyempulira. Nkakudiremu. Even if I don't drink, eat, and I'm talking and I'm not repeating myself. From morning to evening, there are topics I cannot discuss. Kati bonziza mu politics nyinzo butazikola ki? Mupiira Arsenal Man U nyinza obutabikola ki. But anything to do with empowerment, I find a lot of ease in doing that. Wakachenga. So, purpose identification number 1 is number 2.
So I'm proud, yes I'm proud to be part of this auto spa. Oh, it's really a blessing.
What makes you feel bad? What makes you feel irritated?
My parents for the
Feel disappointed. You feel something is missing whenever you see that problem happening inside. You are there, you're walking, then you see someone. For example, it irritates me to see someone looking for 50,000. It makes me feel bad. And that is why I have always concentrated at looking for what I can do to solve the problem that is paining me. You get my point? So whenever I see things that are not going right, especially in the standards of the people that I love or care about, I want to be honest, manyize maziba gali kufulo wachi. If I find a muzungu kubona sirumwa nnyo. I'm being honest. Sirumwa. I'm being what? Honest. Yeah, I am being like honest. But if I find a fellow black person, I feel so bad. Olumu, the best way I avoid them is by being busy or hiding from them. But usually when I meet them face to face, I'm indebted to solve their problems, even when I sometimes cannot afford them. Otegera? No sanga ngo yambye ono sibye byakututu oli mu birala naye no yambo no. So you feel katugeza. The people, the children that lack education today are too many. But we can only support right now with our finances. We can only support 1,000. You get my point? So you end up doing a lot more than what you should have done. But again, even with that a lot more, you do it with ease. Okay? I have not for 1 minute counted the money that we give those people. Woo! Number 3, happiness. Remember, I told you it starts with the pain. You get my point? It starts with the ease. Is it easy for you? Out together? Number 2, I don't want people to get confused. When I say easy, it doesn't mean there are no problems in the business. Out together? But what I want to show you is like it is seamless for you to do that thing. For example, it is seamless for me to do goats. It is easy for me to do. Actually, you see my empowerment runs around goats. But even if you go back before YPA and stuff like that, I was already very good at goats. My brother is here. Stand up. Hey, that guy is my brother. Now, he can tell you, they would go look for goats and fail to get them. But me, I would go there within 3 minutes. I find the what? That is way back when I was, I think, in P1, P2. You get my point? So, I don't know how I would cry, but somehow they would, for example, goat produces and it gets lost with the kid. Me, I go there 3 minutes, but they have been meanwhile looking for the goats for 2 days. And they can't find what? So, you see, something is more like seamless. So had I ignored that, actually it is that act alone that helped me love my name. My name is, are you all able to see here? So this name, you don't know it. This is one name, meanwhile. So this name, when people used to pronounce it in my primary and lower secondary, they used to call it Sheila. Sheila. I felt so bad whenever they called it Sheila. I'm like, I'm not a woman, I'm a man. They are calling me what? Then the Baganda people, because I was studying here in Buganda, they used to call it Serere. You know, there is that Jacaranda, black jack is called the Serere. So other call him Okshera. Shera is such an, I think in Uganda is Okuzula. Nonya Okolotia. Ozula. Because Shera is doesn't stop at searching. It is such an. So I'm like, he's like, you're going to go and search what we don't have here and bring it. I'm like, man, this is the meaning of my name. So these funny guys are calling me. They don't know I'm the hero here. So then came in this other name, Rukuringamachi. So I'm like, no. It's okay. You call me Sheila. I'm going to search what you don't have and bring it to you. Call me Serere, no problem. Call me what? Serere. But I will find what you don't have. So whenever they abused me, I used to, it's okay. As long as I'm the finder, I'm the pathfinder of what you don't what? You don't know where you're going. It is me to lead you there. I'm the Moses. So whenever you discover your purpose, it helps you create things that are not there. From like the blue, from nowhere you create what? So, 3 things so far. I've told you there is pain. Pain, whenever you see something going wrong. For example, there are politicians that are, they are leaders that are born. They find things not working out, they feel so bad. You get my point? You see Museveni before he became president. He used to go and teach people down there in Rushere how to do modern farming. You see, in his at 22, imagine at 21. You get my point? So he was a leader within. Yes. Kati yaina mobuchi obukulembeze nga Katonda ekitone yakikola atya. Yakimuwa ng'ebintu ebyo abikola atya abikola. Then when you see the pain and it becomes easy, you don't stretch, you don't fight with yourself. For example, there are people who fight to come here to work at YPA. I see them. Yeah, they fight to get to work. Another day has come. So they are so happy whenever there is an off. They are so what? Happy. Whenever the shift is ending, they are so what? Happy. There are people who don't want to live at work. Not because they are getting more money, but because it becomes seamless. For example, kakati nze nyinyuke ngendewa. Nkolechi. You get my point? So it is easy for me to work. Then happiness, does it give you fulfillment? Do you feel happy? Do you feel happy when you're doing this business? For example, the biggest happiness I ever get in my life is not when I buy a car. Of recent, I even finished my house and entered it. But there was no celebration. Actually, there is no good, he can tell you he has been there. There is no difference. I just go there at the same time I used to. Now I don't run very fast because now I'm going to sleep in my house. No. You get my point? A motoka. Because now I don't have a dream car. But now I have a dream jet. I don't have a dream car. So, what people could call a dream car, when I got it, I drive it as if it is not a car. As if it is a boda. You get my point? Why? Because what I'm rushing after is what gives me happiness. Not the car. Tunasikiliza? Engoye msimanya yambalo onyumye zivyo kunyuma sikola ntya. Sibimanyi. That does not give me happiness. Oba nyambadde ntya zaateekawo awo oba za kiragala ze nyambala. Bw'aba tataddeewo ngenda ne ze nabadde nazejjo. I don't have time to go to the closet and look for clothes. Simanyi ejjo nabadde nyambadde green kaakati yero aliwa. Leero lunaku lwa independence nina okwambala Uganda flag ambirabire no ku kkubo. Kozi tuli mu independence nga nze nataddewo dda kigurini kyange. Okategeera akantu ako. I don't know how to plan for events. Let me tell you another secret. Now, me, I don't write notes on what. For those that have been with me, I never get speech notes. Musimanya nja kwogera ku kino bwe malanzizeeko kino bwe malanzizeeko no. Because it is in with, and whenever I try, era mpukomekereza nvudde ku bye nawandiise. You get my point? Or when ate even trying to write becomes so hard. Mbera nwanagana nabyo. Kakati wandika. It becomes hard time for me. So, what gives you happiness? All together. Then, importance. Your purpose should give you the biggest importance in your life. Are you feeling vital to the society? Do you feel you're solving? Do you feel you're doing something worth doing? Would you advise your children to do the same? Woo! If that thing is not giving you happiness, if it doesn't give you that value of importance, then that is not your what? Owulira mu kifo nga mwolinga naye olinga atajjamu. Owulira nga ataliiwo. Ebyo nabisanga mu magye. When I was in the army, I felt I'm not doing because wars are not going to end. You get my point? I used to think wars are not going to end. It might take me my entire life to become a commander so that I can direct the army what to shoot and what not to shoot. Meanwhile, I'm just taking orders. Kill him, I kill him. I don't ask why. You get my point? So, when I was there, I was like, neighbor nang. Kakati, what importance am I now? You get my point? Nayenga watawa wagamba wano siva wo ha. I am now the entire nation because it depends on the angle again. Me, I was feeling I wanted to now give the orders. There is a time I shot a kid. I think he or she was about 4 years. Nenga aina kagundi bakaita batya RPG. These guys are they are so crazy. A young kid of 4 or 3 around there, because they know you will not shoot, you'll sympathize with the kid and be like, the kid carried the RPG, but the way the guy is carrying it, you see, he knows where the trigger is. So he moves. The RPG is heavy. He moves towards my team. Now I'm like, my God, please let the boy throw the what? The thing down. And the boy is just moving. Please God. The guy refused to throw the thing what? I had no option. I had to shoot. I killed the what? But now after killing the boy, a pregnant woman came to finish the what? The mission. He picked the RPG. My God, what is this? She also what? Died. So I'm like, now I've killed 3 innocent people. Okay, they are not innocent because they also wanted to kill us. But what has it done now? Up to today, Iraq still has issues. Are we together? Even when I killed those people, still Iraq has what? Now, the problem was not about who I killed or who I didn't. I was finding reasons to feel uncomfortable, to feel less important there. I was like, I have killed the people and have not solved the what? So what am I doing? Woo! But when you are in the right purpose, you will have a plan to solve it to the end. You get my point? Right now, YPA has a target of 1 million what? Members. You get my point? I'm like, if I have 1 million members that directly benefit from YPA, the 1 million members will go. Each member has 10 people. That is another 10 million people solve the problem. You get my point? So if they have their family members now, so meanwhile, the whole of East Africa is has the problem what? But when I was in the army, I was not seeing that. Woo! So, YPA, if you're a staff and you feel less important, you feel less what? Important. Then it means you have to think outside the what? The box and find your what? I just hope that guy found his purpose. What is your name, young man? What is your name? Bukenya. Now, you can see how things work out. I once asked the head of his department, what does that Amos do here? Nganze nkolachi? I think he did not know about the question. But I was like, what does he do? Nebangamba ali mu media. Media akola yoki? Ndi ali mu media yo. Kakati, this guy was one of the camera operators here. Now, the difference is going to astonish you. Right now, he's a doctor. Kakati, omusajja si wiki doctor. Omusajja alimu bagita batya dwaliro? African health what? So you have African drugs. Let me tell you, he is now there. I just hope you're feeling important there. So, you see, when you find your purpose, you find the importance, you feel vital. And when you feel vital, you will not get tired. That is what people usually consider as passion. They consider these things as what? Just know the meaning of passion is not what you love. Love is not somewhere here. Love kabulengane ki? Nze nga nayagalanga firimu. Njagala firimu tutekewawe ki Nigeria oba kaseri. Ngoine ekipopcorn n'okola otya? N'osalako oba n'ojjamu ne jacket n'otuula wali mu ntebe, ki sofa set. Era ne mu kisenge nateekayo TV. Nenteekayo zipiro naye situulangayo wadde dakiika. So what I love is totally different from what I have passion for. You find what you have, you will never have to work. Bwebanga bintu bya love. Nga twagadde bantu wano. Abantu tubesibako buki? Si bya love, bintu si bya love. Oteeko kubanga oyagala ebintu nga nabyo bikola bitya? Bikwagala. Wotegerera nti bikwagala bye biriwa? Bikuwa essanyu, bikuwa obulumi. Out together. Bikuleetera okuwulira ng'oli wa muki? Ate bw'oba obikola biringa ebyanguwa. Mulimu obwo buki? Nakimanga amazzi naye nga siwulirawo bwangu. Kampulira obuzibu. Naye kakati olaba faamu ziri nnyingi. Naye it is very easy for me. Moving from here to Gomba, it is nothing. It is seamless. Mberanga atatambudde. I feel I'm there very soon. You get my point? Sikowa. You get my point? Mpuliranga byangu. Naye luli nga nkima amazzi nga tukuba emigaati mu Denovo nga tugisitula. Bwe navugira boda nga buli lunaku nsaba Mukama nyambe nneme kufuna kabenji. Every day. Abo nga mbeekwese, they didn't know where I am. Kakookolo kaki? Era eyo gye nali emmere, mukyalo oyo nja kufuna akasente ngende mukyali. Gye nalyanga emmere bampitanga kaki? No one had ever seen my face. They were feeding me, but they didn't know who I am. Because I would go and buy food, go to my house, lock, eat, bathe, sleep, wake up, put on kakokoro, go on the road. Brum, boda, boss, ogenda, rubianza no money. No one knew how I looked like. No one knew where I come from. I did not have a friend. I did not have a girlfriend. I did not have a father or a mother. I was alone. Gasina na simu. Bwabanga wanu waliwo aba boda. Oba abandaba nga muli ku live. Boda people, stop having customers. Kakukolera ekibalo manyi temulowooza. I told you mental activity and what? So you are at point A. Customer is at point B. C, eh? All together. He gives you a what? A call. For you at point what? And you drive to point what? All together. Customer wants to go to point what? So you have 2 journeys, right? How many journeys is he going to pay for? 1. Otunulira obwongo obunafu. Toli mwavu buki? Mutwewo gwe munafu kubanga okuva wano okutuuka wano ogenda kuvuga omuntu omulala. Kubanga customer akoze atya? Akulinze bwakuwa sente zino agenda kuwa n'olugendo lunakweza mirundi 2. Kati dda mu bwongo obunafu obubonebone. Nze nga mbeera ku kkubo. Bwe mba njijja wano ne njitwala Nansana nga nkalu Mukama kitegeeza tampadde ki? Riziki. Naye nze sifuna customer mbusimanya jangu nnone nedda. Mwe babakubira n'obutayimbwa eyo. Ogenda kunona ani? Customer. Oba yejjukira akwesize gwe n'omutwala gy'ogenda kati mukudda ate okomawo ogwa mu babuki? Genda ng'oli ku riziki yo. Out together. Ande ekirala. Mu boda wane ekirala kye nayiga kyempa amagezi go wa boda. Mukama bwaba akuyambye nga katigana magezi tegakolera yawasadda na ina baana. Mukama bwakuyamba nga tonna bakuwasanga naye oli oyagala bugagga mangu gwe. Simanya mbu ndi ku university nsoma. Okufuna embuzo gy'otwale muwala wange weetaaga sente. Okitegeera? So kove mu bya degree. Nange nagikola ntya? Najirina nene nzira kuki? Boda kye kintu ekyangu ekireta sente mangu. I made 10 million in 1 year, actually 10 months. I started on 1st January, 31st October, I had 10 million on my account. My bike is okay. I still have like 300,000 kwebuzabuza one. Ate bw'okola target mu bulamu bw'ogituukiriza kyusa kwekyo kye wagamba. Target is endagaano with yourself. Don't just joke with targets that you set and let go. Kano kawandiike. Don't just set targets and let go. When you set targets, you have an agreement with yourself, with your God. And once you fulfill your targets, make sure you continue as the plan was. Because there is a reason God had let it pass. Otherwise, wandibadde tebikoze okategedde akantu ako. Kakati, bwe naweza milioni 10, nenjagala mpeze milioni 10 na mmeka? Boda zatandika okunkuba. Nga buli lunaku nkuba boda ekiki? Nze nga nze sigwangako. Nengula bigundi shinigadi, nengula biki, nengula element. Boda nesigala ngaekola ki? Kati ogwasemba nali ku Yusufu lule awo. Emmotoka gye yava ku macyange enkuba etonnyi. Netusabula bwetu. Nalina akawala ke nali mpeese nekeekuba kwekubangula neki. Nekeeyiringula bwe kati paka ngeri kubiringita. Tetwamenyeka. Boda teyamenyeka. Netwewuunya engeri gye twava ku kkubo ffenna ne tugwawa. Engamba kakati God is talking to me. Nasusse ku ddaala lye nnokola ki? Kakati ekitegeeza naatera okufiira ku boda. Milioni 10 ze nayagala nazikola ntya? Kati nkyayagala ki? How together? Meanwhile, I had left a job that was paying me 2.8 million shillings. Kategere bulungi. I don't care if you work with YPA. Nti ate kakati oyogera bw'otyo abakozi bagende. Nze njagala jugula nagambye is. Nze n'okusigaza ekikozi nga kiri awo tekiva mu kifo. Waakiri kigenda. Kati kinyamba ki? nina wana akankwasa yajja ayina ekirevu kati ekirevu kyasiiwuuka kakati ng'ogamba mbu oyo nyamba ki okitegedde oba tokyalina kyokola ki okujjako ng'ekirevu ndaba kinyirira eyali ku booda kakati olina akamotoka ngamba nti kale osanga papa si eriwa hiryawo tujja tutambula naye olyawo obuviiri busenyuse towasa tebakukwana tokwana olyawo kabule nga nasitagafulla awo nze naawe tetukola tutya naleka omulimu gwa 2.8 ogwali kubanga njagala results ze ziriwa nti omulimu guno bwe ngukola nzigyemu ki nakima amazzi n'entunda n'enkola pulutebo n'enkola obucapati n'enzimba akayumba ebusega mu myezi 6 all together eyo liki result naye wadde nabikola ebyo eno nakalubirizibwanga nnyo owulira nga siwulira bulumi nga sikimye mazzi mpulira sanyu nga sikimye maki okategeera nga sisanyuka lwe nga kimye wabula mpulira nkooyi nsaba mukama nzije muki munaku otegeera kakati nti newankubadde nafunamu results which is money I couldn't stay in that business. I had to switch. Now, because omulimu gwa TV, I'm getting 2.8, but at the end of 6 months, actually it was 18 months, siraba wadde olwaga, wadde oludusudusu olutundutundu. Era mwesiba nenya abatagula mbuzi, olumu sente zigaana. Oteekako buyaringi n'onyuma, n'oteekako bugalubindi, n'otusiba akaviiri, naye nga mu butuufu sente zikoze zitya. Era mbalaba wano ba staff wa YPA nga bekalakasa naye nga mu butuufu n'olusekireta lwini sikugamba nti bamunyaze fe tetuwezangako nako z'omwezi 7 nga tetunasasula naye sente bazifuna oba ani azibabbako nga bakazifuna n'ogamba omwana nagambako Silas wasisanga wano MD Transport mugamba oyo ali mu YPA oyo toyina mafuta wakiri wandituuse nongamba nno nataddemuko kubaki nali mugamba genda wano wobulenzi banywawo mafuta gengana kiwa mitwalo nga 10 si kyekyo era namugamba ko oliddamu okukikola lwolikoma okubeera ku YPA oyo Katemba nze simubeeramu bakusasudde sente toyina mafuta motoka tugitunde tugula amafuta kabulengani otegeera nze njagala bintu biri siria so bw'obanga owulira omulimu gukufukidde ekizibu newankubadde gukusasula bulungi newankubadde olina privileges newankubadde olina ebirungi byonna naye nga results akuna leave that what because none of this will happen. Then here lastly is solution. These are 5 tips on how to identify your purpose. I have taken a lot of time here because this is one of the core values. To describe an entrepreneurship, this is what you feel. It is this that drives you to become the best you can become. I said easiness. I said pain. I said happiness. I said importance. I said solution. Solution. You must have the capacity to solve the problems that you have seen. Do you have the solution to your pain? Wanji? If you see pain and you don't have a solution, that just know that is not a purpose. How do you differentiate depression and the importance pain? All together. Purpose pain versus depression. Omukyala bwakukyawa nga toyina solution. Oli depressed. Kakati edda nga tukwana batuwanga bulayini engeri gye tukwana. Bw'osanga akawala akalungi ng'okagamba. Naye kimanyi nti maama yaŋŋamba ngoba ebiroto byange. Era ku luno ngoba ggwe paka gy'ogenda. Olaba bwe busese olongooka mazze. Batugamba nga batuyigiriza okukwana nti omuwala kasita omusesa oyo mukozi otya? kati nga kyolina okukola line esooka gye bayita catch line erina kubanga ekola etya ng'esesa ng'emuleetera okwemulamuula si bwe babakwana eyo gwe tomanyi nti biri ku pulaani olowooza akwagala buki kazi biri mu training ekizibu kiva ku bino mwe mubireeta ekizibu ekiva mu kimanyi bw'ajja nakugamba njagala kuwasa oyagala kumpasa kuki nze sikumanyi oyagala asooka ayita eri emakindi agende katwe kyokka wagenda wali wano ku ofisi yawa asooka agende katwe rubaga gundi eri sawa ya kwini agende nakasero amale akomewo wano kati lwaki temwakoze shortcut lumu kati nabo ne babagendera ku training musaaga ajja nakuyirawo line n'ogamba ya rabbi ya lamina kyobola abarasta baba batwala nnyo kubanga yaba ne zilayini ate eri confident abanaki abana eri confident rasta kyekiriwo So, do you have the capacity? I saw the pain, but I had no solution. I'm giving you myself as an example. When I was in the army, I saw the pain, I saw the problems, but I had no solution to the what? Now I came to empowerment, where I have solution and the capacity and the belief and the faith. Woo! Woo! Mwakachenga. Now, now after that, because we are doing entrepreneurship as purpose, we define it as a purpose, feel what? These are things we look out for. Best, not biggest. Kati abasinga tubulira awo. Best, not YP has membership of 250,000. In my heart, I would want to have maybe 50,000 membership fee. Woo! Just to allow more people to join, right? It would look like an incentive, right? Era waliwo abagala okujoininga nenge emitwalo 25 ziba kubya ki? Naina sente, even if you have your money. Some people have money but they don't want to spend it, right? Everyone wants to save, sindio? But I want these people that I have, the members, I want them to have the best treatment there is. Woo! So with 50,000 shillings, I may not be able to give them the service they deserve. Unasikiliza? Remember, I need to call these members one by one. All together, I need to talk to them on regular days. Number 3, I need to keep their books and their records, right? I need to have the finance department handling their finances. So, if you want to become the best entrepreneur, you target to become the... You know why? Because when you do this, money is a byproduct. So, being the biggest does not guarantee money. Wanji, do you know that Indian Ocean is like 1,000 times bigger than Lake Victoria? But how much fish do we get from the Indian Ocean? Zero. We don't get this tilapia, this what, we don't. Tufuna buli obulinga obunyenyengo wali ekyayina obwo. Buli obulinga stand bwobutuna bwoti. Actually ndowooza bugulu bwa stand. I don't know. It is like you bulyawo bukopa bwina amagulu nga 8 olonyo omutwe togulaba bulingo obwagala okulya. Naye Lake Victoria mu butono bwayo ejjuza ebyennyanja n'eriisa amawanga n'amaki. So being the biggest does not automatically guarantee being the what? Or getting the more what? So oyinza okukeera ku makya kangereze ku bawala, oyinza okukeera ku makya nga gwe olina ekolera ki? Negiba gijjo giti akategeeza kiko. Nze ndaba okola gy'abalala bagamba okola gijjo. Okay, omuntu oyo bw'obanga olina ekolera gyange nga muwala wange ono yafunye omusajja we ategeerekeka, oyinza okusanga nga muwala wange ono ali mu mbeera nnungi okusinga neekolera gyange wangi. Kyokka neekolera gyange ye abasajja akyusa buli ddakiika ekola etya? Olunaku ayinza okusavinga abasajja ngaaga. Ate gwobeerayo gendayo olabe babeera bameka. Dakika 5 tasavinze bangi. So having the biggest number of customers does not automatically guarantee having the best profits, right? Naye okusanga ng'omukyala alina omusajja atya naye tabeerawo, amulabamu omulundi gumu muki, naye ng'omukyala ali bulungi, alina amaka ge, alina abaana, kyokka neeko tolina wadde ekintu ekiki. So tobuguutana, tolaba sipiidi y'abantu olyoka odduke ogambe nti ate kaakati simanya bandese, bakulese mubadde mulagawa. Sebo mubadde mulagawa, bakulese nga mugendawo. Where are you going? Wakachenga? They are going somewhere, you are also going where? Tunasikiliza? Speed je mwina okutambulira ko tekoletya? Tefagana. So, when you want to become the best, a good entrepreneur works hard. Sets systems. But the best, now I'm talking about the what? Now I want you to be the best. The best entrepreneur builds teams. Bagenda kugamba kola nnyo. Era mundaba wano nga sebaka. Hey, our man takola atya? The only reason I'm up that time is because I'm building new things. Totally new what? For example, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 2 years ago, I did not have a circle, right? Right now I have a what? So I have to dwell so much. I have to study about circle. How do circles operate? What is the biggest circle? Which one can I become? Which direction should I take? Which people do I need? Which systems do I need? You get my point? I'm asking and answering all those questions. Get my point? Earlier this year, I did not have restaurants. Right now we have what? Who was the biggest restaurant owner? How did he start? How did he end? Why did they fail? Why did they... Which systems? What? You get my point? So, I'm not up that time to manage. Era waliwo abanaku abagamba, ojja kubeera bweru osaaga, olina okulunda embuzi zaffe nga ffe tukoze tutya? It is okay. Ngenda kuzikola ntya? Kuzirunda ze sinaba kwegaanako nti ngenda kola ki? Era mwongere mulunde embuzi, mukole faamu, nze nja kubayambako okugula embuzi ezo ekiro oba misana oba ddi. But I'm not here to manage the goats. I even take months without going to the farms. Temukategedde. When I go there, I'm a visitor like you. Nengenda nono ne tulambula ne tukola tutya? Ne tudda. Because I have built teams, not systems. How can a system operate without teams? Faith people will tell you that systems, you can't rely on a system. That is nonsense. Ebyo bya Elon Musk yakola na systems. Yasinga okukola robots. Talina ba assistant manager, talina ba relationship manager, talina ba PA. Robot yekola nga PA. Eyo njaga buje munywa ku kkubo. Ate n'abawala mwabitandise bano abakyala. Njaga mwatandise okuginywa. Oyagala omukazi akusindikira ka high message every dakika 5. Kabulenga nakola ddi. Simanya bw'aba nyingiza mmotoka ngo zigulirewo olugi. Tuli mu Hollywood. You're missing the point and you're just concentrating on stupid nonsense things. Bajaji abo bayine mmotoka oli okoyagala bakugulira olugi. Simanya you forgot my birthday. Chechi. Nerabide zakamezo oli okungambe nerabide birthday. You honeymoon, honeymoon ya buli mwaka. It is now our anniversary. You can't even remember. Oli mu film. Koma oku ground bichi. You're missing a very nice husband simply because you're now taken by those small things that don't even take you a mile away. Mu kifo ky'okutuula wansi musabe mukole oli mu katemba birthday ngenge. How so are you are even born that day? Are you sure? Are you sure? Tueleba amazima, are you sure? Kati what if they are lying? You're celebrating my birthday. Thinking you're celebrating yours. Tebali wabagenze ku celebration ya anniversary ne bakomawo nga buli omu aliyeka. Kakati gwe lwaki totunulira abo naawe noyiga. Omwoyo kyagambe kanisa. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to concentrate on the big things that really what? Matter. We want to become the best. And the only way to become the best is when we have teams built. Naye mwine ebintu bye mutategeera bulungi. Kakati tuli mu buziba, we are building now big companies. Twavuddeyo eri mu company obuki? Kati tuli mu kuzimba bintu biki? Binene. How do you build a multi-billion thing? Have you seen MTN? Have you seen those big companies, insurance companies, isn't it? Old Mucho, whatever, they're coming from different countries, progressing from one step to another. Do you know that Prudential Finance Trust Bank, okay, let me use Finance Trust Bank, paid a trip, business class, for their exco for 2 months in Canada on a training. Woo! Paid for 2 months. Business what? Business trip to Canada. Ne basasulira abantu mukaaga bagende Canada bakole training ya myezi emeka. Business zonna ezaliwo mu myezi ebiri bazikolera Canada nga ateze bakolako ziri Uganda. Why? They are building the what? The teams, they are equipping them. One, if I give you a flight, you feel important. You get exposed. And that exposure comes and works here in the company. Woo! Era nze nagambye buli lwe naatambula singenda kutambula ne staff. Every flight I'll have a staff with me. 1 or 2. Okujjako nga ngenze ne mukyala wange ku honeymoon. Nga nange ngenze mu byamwe bya Hollywood. Naye bwe naaba nga ndi ku business ki, I have to go with someone because they will pick 1 or 2 things, and when they come here, they will be able to implement those what? Even if they leave YPA, they will still remember that the first time they flew, that first catch, because akaimba kagamba ngata, first catch is the deepest. Kakati your first catch yeyo aligamba nti yava kuki kumbuzi akategeda akantu ako. So we build teams, we don't build systems. We build teams and the team build the systems. Now, here we have our EXCO meetings every 5 a.m. Monday. 5 a.m. Buli kubachi. It doesn't matter whether I'm around or not. Tebe kubira simu naye buli sawa 11 batula muki okuva 11 paka sawe mu kitundu be bateese ebyo byolaba ku mpewo bo basanga awo tebategerekeka nzo kulowooza bali awo bafalafala naye be bazidukanye ebintu ebyo bye mulaba ne bye mutakola ki. If you empower the team, they will do things beyond your imagination. Ukategede? Laba buwalo buli wano. Buwala bwa restaurant buli. Bubuli bulabi. Obalaba abasajja. It is not about you doing a lot of work. People can learn. It is just a matter of showing them what? They will do the work. Naye bwokera ku machano yagala okuzimba system. Musimanya kanonye system enenenene. Banks invest billions in systems. Go and research. System running account yo egula buwumbi ate buli myaka 10 balina ogikyusa ngeteeka. Are we together? Naye yo system era still yetagako manager, accountant, teller, erere, regional manager, paka ku MD, ne ED, ne board. Kakati abo bachibitu bitonde nabyo biri mu system. So, ng'okula wano ng'otandika, baka abantu bojja otendeka. Abantu bojja okola ki? Yes. Totya munnayo, otira bwerere, mutabani. Otira bwerere. Abantu bali bankwe ekituufu. Ogenda muteekamu byonna amaladduka atandike nga kikyo kyennyini. But you have done your part. Naawe waddukidde. Akuyambye buyambi. Kubanga abadde asobola okusigala ate n'akusula buki? It is better he becomes a competitor than becoming this. Because kati olwokuba ali munda muli asobola okukola ki? Kakati gwa magezi gosigaza. Actually what makes you a good leader is to make sure you are in control. Wategede? Nti ogenda mutendeka amagezi mangi. Olwokuba it would deserve the time, you must start early enough. Kati no wano ndi mukumaliriza naye kimanyi kyenjogerako kati guno gwe musuwa naye tegutegerekese kyendaba. Musooke muyimirire. Soko yimirire kuba kati ndaba oli mukusumagira ate njogera point enkulu. Ezimbe ebintu ebinene ne kyolaba ng'ekinene leero kya YPA kyolaba. Simanyi value gy'okigattako. I don't know what value you give to YPA. But the YPA you see today was once under the tree. Under the what? Nga ane general meeting eri wansi wa muki? Wansi wa muti gwali baguta batya? Omuvule. Omuki? Kakati tutula kololo. President watula naffe otukola ki? Okategeda akantu ako. Naye jukira lulinga tuli wansi w'omuti. We had to build ourselves. Of course waliwo abatuvaamu si kyekyo. Naye ng'olina okujja ng'ozimba tiimu. Era JB, our general manager here, is not the general manager because aina PhD oba masters. Ebyo ne waba abirina nze tebikola ki? But he has been built over time. Over what? Obo kategede. Era nabaddeko genda kulaba nga they have been built over what? It is on rare cases that you're going to come. Okujjako ng'oli exceptional. That you're going to come as a new person. Era otekukuba ng'oli mugezi nnyo ekikoze kitya? Kubanga bano bazze bazimbibwa. Tutegedde ndya yaabwe. Bazuka sawa mmeka. Bafa sawa mmeka. Obwongo buvaako sawa mmeka. Otegeera? Ebidumu sibiva kuba emirundi emeka mu mwaka. Kakati gojja kujja. Betu akakuwa obwa general manager ogw'ensimbu. bagambe twasaddaaka baki okategedde akantu ako. So there are lots of things that you have to build. Nga bwolaba nti tukula mu mukwano n'abakyala baffe ne tukaddiwa ne mu business olina abantu boolina okutandika okuzimba nabo. These people, you accept their faults, you accept their good times. Naye olina okuba nga olina ekintu kimu sooka otuule kati. Olina okuba nga olina ekintu kimu ky'osinga okwagala mu muntu oyo. Kati ekintu ekyo ekisinga obukulu, ekisinga byonna. I told you the biggest entrepreneur makes the biggest profit. Manya, the good entrepreneur makes the biggest what? Profit. The good entrepreneur works hard, extremely what? The good entrepreneur sets good systems altogether. But the best entrepreneur builds what? Teams. And works for the best. His aim is the what? If it is a service, it must be the best. If it is a product, it must be the what? That is why I told you that I only talk about what I do. I have the best goat. And I have the best service. Okubera n'abantu 13,000 people. And all of them are like, thank you. You think it is easy? No. Kigezeeko osanyusa abantu aba. Ojja kutegeera nti Museveni alina omulimu. Just 5 what? Call them home, invite them, then take a chip mu simu zaabwe owulire bye banaagamba ba neighbor. Naye ne bw'okola otya nga bavumye YPA bannaaye. Ne memba tolimuwulira ng'akola atya. Twabawa campaign killer kati okambuuze. Otegedde ekintu ekyo. So these are the things you have to look out. To define the person, you must take your time investing your time in. Number one of all, number one. Mbwa amagezi, simanya creativity, simanya confidence, simanya. Kakati nonze nzija mu interview room wenti. Nembagamba buli omu yeyanjule. Nemmanya bengendo w'omulimu. It is on record. I have done an interview session for 100 people and employed the best in 5 minutes. Just telling me your name. I will know that you're honest. I will know that you're a liar. Ngombulira ki? Linya. Naye engeri gy'osituse gy'olyogeddemu. Kati eriba lesson ya lulala. Bakati atuba tugenze mu psychology. Oyina endaba tulina engeri gye tupimamu amaaso ne tupima entunnunsi. Wawulirako ku kye bayita bakita batya erinnya nga linabidde. Bakuteekako wano truth therapy, wamala okuba ku truth therapy bateekako machine ki? Lie detector. Eyo system bagita batya? Aha! Okategedde? Akantu ako agambye kaki? Kati polygraphy bw'ogitunula bw'oti n'amaaso gasobola gikola ki? Naye nga bw'oyimirira munda mu room otegeera nti ono omusajja ali confident, ono omusajja wa mazima, ono omusajja so namwe kati nga bwe muli wano namaze okubasoma kati. Era ndaba abafere ndaba abaya. Ndaba abaze okutuusa omukolo. Now, bw'obanga ogenda ku investinga, kati njogera ku muntu agenda okutandika bizinesi ye. Muntu ki gw'ogenda okumalirako ebiseera by'otraininge? Agenda kubanga oli ki? Era omukozi yenna gw'ogenda okuwa omulimu, okumumalisa ebbanga ddene, mala ekitone nnyo emyezi 6 ng'omwetegereza, toyinza kumala mwezi gumu n'omanya. bwe kiba kisoboka mala omwaka atagenda kubba meka mu mwaka. Abo aba restaurant ze nabagamba mubbeeko ze mukola mutya ze musobola mujja kumala mulekewo ate mugenda kwetika fulampeni. Okategedde mwe mubbe nze bwe naamala okukwata omubbi wange nkusibe ntereze sisitimu yange gwe ngoliwa munda ogende eruzira naawe ofumbeko ng'abaki. I am going to gather my evidence mpola mpola ndaba omuyaaye ndaba omutuufu ndaba abba ebiseera oyo mugobe abba sente musibe. Okategedde ekintu ekisinga obukulu omuntu ne bw'aba mugezi nga naye si mwesigwa. Honesty, trustworthiness, integrity, all those things mean the same. How together? Kati omuntu omwesigwa bw'aba atuuse oyo mukwate nga ki ne bw'aba musirwa atamutendeke ajja kufaamu amaki. Mukyala wange yafuna obuzibu nabanyumizaako kasitole gwe yaddira mu bigere yabba nabba ne sokisi nagenda Kenya nali nsuubula ntangawuzi akati ntutte entangawuzi wa Kenya ne muleke waka nga bwe mutera okubikola mubalekeeyo nnyo kabuleŋŋane nga bwe mutera okukola ki tetuli bafumbo naye ndi mu progress. Ne muzeeyi namugamba he can tell you nali namugamba dda taata we amanyi taata abantu abo tukuze ffenna emyaka nga 10 kati ndabye kantu kavaamu bulungi akuba kali tekenkana ono tokawulidde ako kali tekenkana ono kakati kantu kavaamu ngenda kakuba embaga muzeeyi mutegeezeza tugenda kutwalayo ebyamaguzi bakampe mu buki kati ntandise okkaleka ewaka buli kimu kati nakaleka ogusooka kati ku luno nenkaleka nga buki. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala nekagamba baneiba nti kakati mumanyi twazimbye era wotulabira tuli mu kukola kutya kusenguka naleta puso nejjula naddayo naleta enki nengato sokisi buli kimu nengamba oba agenze ku ndoga bwe nakomawo nasanga ennyumba ne kateni tezikola zitya ngamba kiki ekituuseewo nenkuba essimu nga tekola etya. Kati baneiba bye baŋŋamba actually bansindikira message ne baŋŋamba naye olowooza tebakubbye kubanga kati bwe bamukwatira nze nali nzijanga mu kifo n'empangisa room it was about zaali mizigo nga 8 kati nga nzipangisiza nenzikola renovation nenziteekamu ebiki ebintu nenteesa ne landlord tayogera n'abapangisa bange. Okategedde so kati nempangisa ennyumba nenjongerako omutindo nenfuuka ki I'm a landlord on someone's house. Okategedde kakati abapangisa bagamba nti nsenguka kyokka bo bamanyi nzaani kakati wano nga tekagase buki tebanga naye olowooza tebakubbye. Mukyala wano agambye mbu mwakoze mutya naye nga tetukuwulirangako ng'ogamba nti okola ki. By the way, that is also a business. Gendozi ennyumba y'omuntu gipangise ennaku zino muzita mutya Airbnb naye gwoyinza okuba nga tolina mutindo gugenda ku ekyo otegedde bw'obanga ogulina well and good naye nsobola n'okugenda n'oteekamu kafinishing temuli siringi n'oteekamu ki n'ozimbamu akanaabiro oli mutemubaddemu kaki n'oyongerako akayungu gwe n'okakasa nti landlord mwina emyaka egi n'omuga toyogera na muki ne mukiteeka ne mu buwandiike wayogera n'omupangisa sente emyezi 6 tosasula otegedde kati gwe n'obanga yateekamu miliyoni aga n'azimba akazigo gwoteeka mwezi ye n'afuna 2 gwe n'ofuna 10 olaba amagezi amangi ebyomugezi omusiru yali ebyomusiru omugezi yali ako si nkababiddeko mugende mukakole naye kyembadde nkugamba nti mukyala wange yatuuka ndi mu nkova eriwa eri kati kweza ennyumba kwaliko kasingo ruumu Kasingo room yajjayoko. Kasingo room temuli ntebe okusala okuva mu ddiiro ogenda mu kisenge oyonjula kate naye temuli ntebe tutulako kapeti wansi. Okategedde? Kati nga awo bwe mugamba wewange wenkola ntya? Sijja kulaga wange otera onzibe kabuleŋŋane ojja kubba bino. Temulimu kirimu, ninamu ka laptop aka n'akatanda kano bagada batya inchi 4 yabonaabona. I had to test her. Tebereza, I met her in 2015. I wedded her 2023. Olwo test ziri mmekaawo. Kaakati essaawa ya leero bw'aba ayagala akole kyakola ki? Kyayagala kubanga obwesige yabu cultivating. 8 years of testing. Nga kutestinga your baby. You have a very big problem. You got my point? Kati testing abantu gwe tokozesa myaka 8 naye gwe kakasa ng'oli ku close supervision. Tonoonya birungi byakola, tonoonya bibi byakola, noonya busuma. Obusuma bwoki? Bw'ofuna obusuma oyo mute. Totawaana kuteeka sente zo mu muntu musuma. Obusuma tebuwona. Ono yali mwana wa muntu gwe mmanyi. Totawaana na buki? Obuki? Obubbi ndaba kirungi kiringa ekirungirungi obusuma. Omuntu yenna alimu obusuma oyo temukolagana. Era nze siyinza kukukwata nga wabbye n'enkusonyiwa ne bw'oba oyagala nnyo nkusiba. Actually okukusiba kikuyamba nnyo nga mbadde siri kumpi awo naye nemba okonsabula. Tondabira wano mu butono nkusabula. Ne weewuunya n'okwewuunya. Oli mubbi? Ngukutoba? Allah. Bakubuuze kobeere ng'oli muganda wange twayonka lyeri. Sikwatagana nze na bubbi. Obubbi kitegeeza ki? Nti oli munafu nnyo tosobola kukola sente zizo olina kuzibba buki? That is that know how you are? Obbe 15, obbe 5. Kale singa n'obbe obumbi nga 10 ne tumanya nti togenda kuddamu kubba. Naye obbe obuki obusente buki? So, honesty. Number 2, reliability. Bwe nkutume Magalibi nsobola okumanya nti ogenze Magalibi oba ogenda kola nga yona bakutume Nineve ogende Talusisi. Gw'oli Katonda oyo ogenda okukyusa emitima gy'abantu mbwalikyuka mpola mpola mwabali mu kukwana n'okwekwana. Tajja kukyuka omala biseera. Tajja kukola ki? Tajja kukyuka. Yoyo mwagalireyo nga bwali oba mukyawireyo naye todda mu katemba mwalikyukireyo mpola mpola kuki? Omuyise generator oba lujegere. Zino si motoka za second hand. Wekitegedde? Emmotoka ya kyama eri mu factory. Eno brand new naye ya kyama. Kati gitwale oba gikola otya? So, if you're building teams, these are the people you have to look for. The person is reliable. The person is what? Reliable. Reliable kitegeeza ki? Nti bwe nkutume ku makya ne nkugamba tukere essaawa 2 zijja kuba mmeka? Bwe nkugamba nti gundi mugambe kino nga tonneebako ojja kukikola otya? Bwe nkutume gundi tombuulire nti byaganye. Kwanza saagala nnyo bintu byakuŋŋamba nti biganye bitya. Byogera. Ugambye mprintingira kino nkolera kino gende wagundi mugambe boti. Mbwate enkuba essimu teriiko kabuleŋŋane yafa talina baluganda banoonyi. Kuba maakafaananyi nga Museveni yakutumye mbugendo ndeetera Obed ng'omugamba nti ambuze. Osigaza omulimu gwe. Okategedde? Naye olw'okuba Obed yakuwadde omulimu si Museveni ng'odda mu kuzza ku mantaala genda onoonye ogugwe. If I send you for something, I must get it. And the way I what? So, if I have someone that is reliable, all together, is reliable, I train that person, I build them to become the person I. Tugambye ku ssaawa 12 tugenda ku mulimu ntye kalate gwe nojjanga ezi n'ofuuka wakukola ki wakugoba jukira person twagidescribe nze twagigyemu ebintu bimeka twagambye mulimu is netugamba mulimu pain netugamba I have told you nti omuntu alina person ebintu ajja kuba abikola biringa ebiri seamless. For example, have you seen JB sleep here? Mukirabyeko? You get my point? Kati bwenkera kumacha ne mu building mba musobya. Otegedde ensonga eyo nti kiringa ekiri seamless ne lwota mugambye asule akola atya? Neroza talina buliri bulungi. Olaba motoka yennungi ate obuliri. Otegedde ensonga eyo lwakuba onyizeewo bunyiizi yiye. Gwe bw'oba onyiiganye olotya? Anti asula akola ki? Ate gwotu mbwaye okusula ng'otunda tekitegeeza nti ogaggawadde. Okwebaka kwe kutegeeza okugaggawala. Basebo ne bannyabo muve mu kwegumya. Muve mukola ki? Musimanya muyina ebizibu ebigana okwebaka kale gwe webaka atalina bizibu maama. Tomanyi school fees za mwana we ziva. Ladies and gentlemen, tuve mukola ki? One of the things that is going to limit you from getting where you're supposed to be is resting beyond reasonable hours. Why would you sleep 6 hours? Musawo said, Musawo yajja. Doctors say we shouldn't eat meat. Who of you is not eating meat? Ndaba mbuzi kyoma tujifumba ne gwa buli kanaku. Eragawa. They say it is junker food. Junker what? Junker means what? Rubbish. So it is kasasiro food. Junker food means rubbish food. Were you aware? Who is saying no? You don't know the meaning of junk files. But who of you doesn't eat junker food? Musoroweza buli kaki? Even when you know it is junker what? Naye ekyokwebaka kyo nga mukikwata nnyo. The body must rest well. All of you know that. You know the body at the end of it needs rest. Enough rest is paramount in your health. You know you're going to die soon. Who says you're not going to die? Some of you are about, even today some of you might die. Atebaseka. You think those that died yesterday knew? Era wegendeze kaboda kogendo linnya. Oba musigalire ddala wano. You get my point? Let me tell you. Listen very carefully now. This is a very strong statement. Hard work doesn't guarantee success. Woo! But laziness, 100% plus, guarantees failure. And how do you know that someone is lazy? Sleeping for long hours, sitting for long hours, crying for long hours, laughing for long hours, holding their cheek for long what? Holding their arms for long what? You cannot have your arms at work all the time. Era kugambye nti bw'osituka bw'oti okwogera engeri gy'oyewonnyonnyolako ntegeera nti ono tajja kukola ono ajja kukola. Omuntu alireza omulaba engeri gy'atambuzaamu emikono ne speed gy'agikola ki? Just look at how I speak. You will know he's an active person or he's a dormant what? My name is Olimkunanagira with your name. Your name. Now what about the business proposal? Will you present it? You get my point? So, this person has honesty, has reliability, has passion. Ayinamu obwagazi bwaki? Alumirirwa ekintu bwe kiba kifa akaaba. How far? Nze manyi n'okubatuma ne mbagamba kakati ogwo watosobola kujja ku 5 am it is okay. Mu mutima ne ngamba baba najja. Ozegedde? Naye nga nange nkibawadde nga kigezo bwe batokisobola kitegeeza you don't have pain for the what? Either you don't understand the dream or you don't have passion for the what? And if you don't have pain for the job, then be it. Kubanga, but what is tewaliwo. So what makes you think that we cannot complete without you? Otegede? Yes, we could invest in zemu chinji. We have a lot to lose. But if the worst goes to the worst, we must lose you so that we proceed because they have sought you dead. Bofa, nga tukola kutyanga nafe tufa. Now, empower them as much as possible. Now, vision. Lastly, vision. YPS staff, abali one. Nyabu. What is the vision 2030? So, nebwe nkusukusa mu tulongo oli staff wa YPA oteko kubanga omanyi nti bili asatu tuyagala kuba na ki. The vision satisfies more than the salary you pay someone. Ronald, if the vision you have does not satisfy me, your employee, I'm not going to stay, even when you pay me well. Somehow I will feel uncomfortable. Somehow I will feel my future is at lose. Somehow I will feel I am not in the right place. Somehow I will feel something is not right. I don't know what it is, but I feel something is not right. So make sure you have the best vision. A vision that satisfies the heart. A vision that is a good cause. A cause that can be obtained by many people and it becomes sufficient. Who wouldn't want to have that tower? It is like rescuing the entire nation. It is like making a statement. We are going to be the best. We are going to be this. And that is not just in hearsay. We are working towards that. Because we have the regional office. All the things that we have said we are going to do, we are working on them. There is progress. Progress means accountability towards the what? Wakati njogedde nnyo temukyabitegeera. Oba bibisusse. Oba tugenze nnyo wala nga mbadde mukyayagala komako kumpi wano. I am talking to people who want to build big things. Things that can cover the entire, supply the entire nation. You have a product and it is going viral. It is going everywhere. You want to export, go to international countries. This is the thing for you. If you want to build a sustainable business, a business that your children will inherit, this is the thing for you. Naye bw'obanga oyagala mu million 10 million 3 kawumbi kamu. This is too big for you. You will manage everything yourself and die. Njogera kuba multi-billion. Abagenda okuloota ebirooto ebinene. Big things means what? Big things. Huge. If I'm serving 1 million members, I think that is a huge thing. A huge what? Kitegeeza nti mu meeting emu buli omu n'asonda nusu 10 lutya? Mba n'akawumbi. Mu lutuulo olu buli muntu n'asonda nusu olu. Mba n'akasi. You can imagine how huge that thing is. Kati kitegeeza we can command. We can command what is going to happen. And you cannot achieve that unless your attitude, your mind, your brain is ready to operate and run a number of what? You cannot run a number of things unless you have big teams. Kyofuna waffe kye tulina abantu we have as many staff as possible. Abakola mu restaurant balala nnyo n'abakola mu YPA. Abakola mu YPA balala nnyo n'abakola mu SACCO. Abakola mu SACCO balala nnyo n'abakola ku mafuta. Abakola ku mafuta balala nnyo ate n'abakola ku faamu. Jebi bwagenda ku faamu abanga mugenyi. Because the people operating there are trained basically for what? For the farm.